Jen Lesterlin, and I'm the curator for dance and theater at EMPAC. And we're standing in EMPAC's lobby right now with the concert hall behind me.
It's a spectacular thing.
EMPAC is the Experimental Media and Performing Arts Center at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. We opened in October 2008, although we've been programming and doing commissions for several years before that. I arrived here in 2005. So EMPAC was created on the campus of Rensselaer to be similar to a research center. So what I mean by that is it's not actually an academic institution in that classes don't take place here, and it's not built for student work, although students definitely do interact with EMPAC and have performances here and work with artists that we have. But EMPAC was really created to be a place of production, to make new work happen, and to allow for a research platform for work in that uses technology. But EMPAC has a pretty phenomenal infrastructure for the support of work with technology, which is why we wanted to do workshops, because we have an infrastructure that is rare, that we wanted to give artists access to somehow in a different way than for a residency. So we decided that in the summertime we would want to do workshops. And so the workshop that we're doing right now is called Live Media and Performance Lab, and it's taught by Mark Caniglio and Johannes Berenger, and we're really excited to have both of them here. It's based in interactive media, so it's not just video in performance, but how is that video going to interact with the performers. It was open to people from all over the world to apply, and I was very excited that we have such an international group. There's someone from Hong Kong, from Italy, from Australia, from Canada, from the US, of course, and
students from here.
And students from here, yep. So we have a really broad range of experience. Some are artists, some are designers, some are engineers, some are directors, all of them somehow involved with live media and performance.
I am with Johannes Berenger. I am leading this workshop at EMPAC. It's a workshop that is both about theoretical and aesthetic concerns of creating performances that are media intensive, as well as hitting on practical concerns. And really, I think the most important thing is that people are in a collaborative environment where that kind of relationship between the workshop participants is encouraged.
Like some conceptual move around again.
You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me.
Some years ago, I wanted to create an autonomous summer laboratory on interactive media, and in 2003 I started it in Germany in an abandoned coal mine. And the Interaktionslabor has gradually established a small reputation. We had these annual workshops. People came to work intensively for a period of 2 weeks. And last year we had a visitor from EMPAC, and Johannes Goebel liked how we were working and suggested that I come and do a workshop here. So it's now 2010, the 8th time I'm conducting such a laboratory, which is meant to be a residency for a group of 15, 17, 18 artists working collaboratively together.
There is definitely a place for dance and technology practitioners and artists and engineers to come together and exchange ideas. I think that definitely is still needed, but I think that in terms of how the work functions in the real world
in the context
performing,
of arts,
that really it belongs in any festival alongside other works that perhaps don't engage technology.
Yes, you know, you'll see many of them are starting in a way at the beginning. They're doing things that we've seen before in the field, but that's not the important thing. I think that we all have to start at the beginning at some point. It's that we are pushing as hard as we can in the short time that we have for really a rigorous consideration of what's there. Is it working? You know, to be unafraid to critique it. We've, you know, last night they put together a small piece, and it was actually several people were involved, and so they just threw it together in a moment.
And of course, they loved it. You know, they were like, "Whoa!"
They're quite happy. Yeah, they were quite happy.
Yeah.
At which point, I stood up and said, "I would like to initiate a discussion about it because I thought there were some weaknesses that we should address and talk about. Because if you're not pushing that rigor, then they're not going to take the next step when they leave this room." This is not anything that anybody should take personally. It's not like you're showing the results of a year of work and that's like that. This is something you did in 3 seconds and you threw it together. This is completely clear, but that doesn't mean that it has properties that we shouldn't look at and examine as we move forward in the workshop. Yeah.
What we did this week was I prepared, along with Mark, every morning a physical workshop leading into a conceptual session with provocations that we brought to the group, discussing ideas. We threw out some of these concepts. What is a mixed reality? What is an image filter? What is real time? What is an environment? And out of these conceptual sessions in the afternoon and evenings, the group started to program or to design.
So I think there are fewer and fewer festivals or conferences that are specifically for dance and technology, and I think the reason for that is that the work really is getting assimilated, and that so much work involves technology of some kind that it seems silly to sequester it.
I think that the best work comes when you have both the ability to step back and strongly critique what's happening in combination with being absolutely wild. And